Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor. I'm the man on Silver Mountain, and welcome back. Now, today I want to talk about something that I actually struggled with a lot for a very long time when I was younger, and that is being single. And it's one of these things that kind of leaves you as you kind of move up through kind of school and stuff. It can leave you feeling kind of isolated or undesirable or whatever else, and especially kids are mean. Kids are just plain cruel, because it's such an arguably animalistic environment within schools, um, and so it's one of these things that, like, when I was younger, I was overweight. I wasn't particularly physically attractive. I still wouldn't say I am now anyway, but it was a case of like, when I was left alone, as much as, like, even from like primary school, where you would see kids kind of boyfriend and girlfriend, and all they did was walk off holding hands or something, and it was still kind of a shock to the system, going, but no one wants to do that with me. Yeah, and that took me a while of building confidence, kind of as I went through school, as I left school, before it kind of settled into my head that actually it doesn't matter. You know, the and that being single has as many advantages and disadvantages as being part of a relationship. And obviously we want to be with people, we want to come together, and there's obviously sex that we want because it's such a fun thing to do, and all of those kind of things. And it's as a result of that, that kind of the upsets start. Yeah, because we want those things, we want to be involved in those things, we want to interact with people in those ways. And so as a result, having those things be absent absent from our lives is kind of a significant kind of shock to the system, almost, where it makes you very aware of how alone you are. And that can be really troubling for a lot of people. And it can take an awful lot of otherwise very, very confident, very, very outgoing people. It can leave them kind of feeling still very isolated, regardless of how many people are around them, regardless of how popular they are, just because they're alone in the way that means the most to them. And so, as a result, though, I wanted to go through and just have a chat about what makes being single awesome. Because it took me, kind of, as I hit adulthood, probably just as I was kind of 19, 20 years old, for me to go, actually, being single is completely fine, because it lets me go and do whatever I want. I don't need to be attached to one person. I can go and do whatever I want with whoever I want, whenever I want. I'm free to pursue all manner of other things without having to worry about someone else, or consult someone else, or deal with them directly. The responsibilities that I have are literally those that I kind of choose for myself, as opposed to ones that I have kind of become obligated towards as a result of a relationship with someone else. I didn't have to spend money on things. I didn't have to make arrangements for going places and doing things and whatever else. It's one of those times that stood out as actually being kind of good and useful, especially when I was younger, because it was a case where, at the time, I was studying, I was working, I was gaining as much experience and qualifications and other bits and pieces as possible, and I didn't need that kind of emotional situation in the way. Did I have some emotional situations of similar sorts along the way? Yeah, of course I did. There were always those times where I was like, I don't need someone, but I would like someone. And as a result, it kind of rolled into things. Yeah. But then, one of the times that stands out most prominently to when I was just like, do you know what? Yeah, I've been without someone for a very long time. I would like some companionship and stuff like that. I had already done online dating stuff with some other coaches, and that had kind of panned out in a couple of different ways. But it like the online dating side of things, as much as it was fun, it didn't really sink in with a lot of the other things that I wanted to do at the time. And so then it was only after a point of going, I'll just see what happens. I'm not going to actively look anymore. I'm just going to be available. Yeah? It was only when I did that then I got into a relationship with Hannah, and that so far lasted 3 years, and I don't see it ending anytime soon, hopefully. And so as a result, that level of confidence, that level of relaxation, that level of awareness of my situation, and yet still being okay with it, allowed me then to find something more meaningful and whatever else, if that's what you want. It should very much be more about what you want and how you want to conduct yourself, rather than an expectation that it's what should be done, or it's an expectation about how kind of best to perform, or how best people can perceive you. And so as a result, my main kind of point that I wanted to make in this video is, besides all of the other benefits that allow you freedom, or allow you access to things that you may not otherwise have if you were in a relationship, the main takeaway is that the best thing to do is not care. Yeah? As it is with so many other things, you build up confidence by removing yourself from the problem, by not caring about it, by understanding where you can control and where other people can control. And so when it comes to relationships, there have to be two people at least in it. Yeah? And as a result of that, you can only control yourself. You can't control anyone else, regardless of what pickup artists say, or how manipulative you can be. You can never directly control another person, and so you always have to draw that line. And if someone says no, then you have to accept it, and if someone says yes, then maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised. But the way to avoid the kind of more emotional turmoil elements and the upset from being alone and from being aware of your loneliness and stuff like that, simply put, understand that there's that divide, and then just remove yourself from caring about it. Yeah? You can't compel other people, and as a result, don't care to compel other people. Just work within yourself, and if you're looking for a relationship, great. Otherwise, if you're happy being single and going out and doing whatever you want, and working around things however you wish to, good for you. That's the way it should be. Yeah? Take advantage of the situations that you find yourselves in. Now, before this sounds like I've just gone off on one about how awesome being single is, I will be doing another one of these videos on being in a relationship, which might come out later this week, or it might come out next week, I don't know. But I realise this is a slightly shorter video, guys, but either way, I hope you found it interesting or useful or whatever, and let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. What are the advantages of being single? How awesome is it to be single sometimes? I mean, I wouldn't want to necessarily trade back, but that's because I've found a relationship that I have an awful lot of faith in. But 5 years ago, 10 years ago, some of the relationships that I was in at those times, to one extent or another, those were ones that now, looking back, I'm like, I should have just been happy single. I should have just let it go. I should have just gone off and done my thing and not got invested and not got messed up by it. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, then please drop us a like, share this video, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care.